What's up? Gonna review my trade I took today with ya. So I took two trades. One was a loss. I got short Nasdaq here because there was an SMT here with ES way up here. You can see that here. Was short up into here. Could have got a better entry there, but I didn't. Um, and then we did start to sell off, and I was thinking that this would head up. I didn't like how we kept respecting stuff, but then all of a sudden we started to really move down, and I was like, okay, here we go. Um, so yeah, we had an SMT, everything started to roll over, but then we just bounced and yeah, took a loss. Should have realized these relative equal highs would be a strong area if we did bounce, and we did. So I think what I should have done was just move my stop to break even, which I didn't. So could have done better there. But then I did take a short here. Yeah, here, which did end up playing out. And that was confirmed with the SMT on the Dow. So the Dow SMT has been working much more clearly than just ES and Nasdaq. Obviously, they do still play out, but having ES go higher than Nasdaq, I mean, the other thing though is we did technically still have we did have SMT on Nasdaq and ES though, so can't rule that out, and that's here. ES took out these relative equal highs that was the whole trade idea, what it was based off of. And as you can see, there's SMT there. So yeah, that was the SMT there. Excuse me. And yeah, that gave us a short. Um, it is likely that this may continue, but as for now, we're just gonna review the trade. So yeah, ES got the we got we did get a little bit of a shift here, but it wasn't confirmed the way that I like to see it. I think what happened was we got this move and then this candle started to form. And in my mind, I was like, oh, that's a shift. And as these came up while I was preparing to enter the trade, um, I did get in, but technically this isn't the shift that I look for. Maybe I was looking on a smaller time frame or something. Because obviously there's a very clear shift on the 1 minute. And on the 2 minute, obviously, maybe just the smaller time frames had it, at least. The main thing though was a fair value gap got created, and yeah, that was why I did that. And we had already been confirmed with um, YM SMT, and then YM did give a bit of a market structure shift, although it did get immediately rebound. So yeah. Anyways, so yeah, I got in there, scale at 1 minute, and then I realized during the trade that this was actually had turned into an order block after we had moved down. And this returned back up into here. I realized I could have adjusted my stop and added more here, but it was already too late. We were like already back down in here, and I was like, okay, I'm not gonna just chase. And I was already in with enough size to like get a big chunk out of this trade, anyways. So yeah, then I took partials as ES took out these relative equal lows. I thought that this would definitely head lower, but because of my trade today, my losing one, and then my trade yesterday, was just being more cautious. But yeah, I did hold some, took off some into here. I did have a runner, but I took that off too just because I didn't want to hold this all day, which um, I just ambitiously had it below this low. Though I knew that once we took out this low and this order block would be really, or maybe even this one, um, would be the area for like a possible reversal. Um, but usually I get too excited after a winning trade. Also, ES, same thing with ES, same exact area on ES with the new week opening gap there. So, um, but yeah, um, I tend to get a bit emotional after wins or losses. So, I just decided, you know what, I'm already up big. The runner's already up. Like I'm happy with it. I don't want to. If this got stopped out, um, by coming all the way back up, I feel like I would have actually been a little bit annoyed. So I just decided, you know what, this isn't worth it emotionally. So got out. Um, but yeah, other than that, we had SMT. Oh, let's take a look at the flow, wherever that is. So the flows here yesterday were very bearish, which is why I was anticipating short. And we had all these relative equal highs. So yeah. And what happened was right as I got into the short, so here's that little move up here in Nasdaq, but this is the ES. We had that little move up, is where I got short. And following that, as we consolidated and I got a little scared, calls just absolutely got dumped. And that was the final confirmation. And that's why I was a little bit kicking myself because I could have gone in more short into here, but didn't. And just failed to realize that soon enough. And yeah, then it eventually played out. Calls then recovered a bit here, belly off to the end of the day. Excuse me. And yeah, anyways. So yeah, that's what happened. Oh yeah, at the same time, the tide finally crossed here. So that finally led to the sell-off. Anything else? So yeah, here's the order block, and then here's the re-entry that I could have had. And then in the sell-off. So just on the higher time frame, where did we go? So the reason I thought that I was thinking the mid-range, the CE of this wick, and at least below these candles would be my final profit target. Though I do think this move could be a longer time frame move or a larger move and eventually maybe come down into here, this order block. But as of right now, it's holding. Anyways, yeah, that was my target below these. Um, so yeah. Oh, so technically we didn't have a red candle today. I thought we'd have a down candle after that big move. Um, Interesting. So I thought today was a bearish profile day. Looks like it didn't occur, but I mean smaller time frame, yeah. So yeah, it was just a reversal candle day. So maybe since Monday was down, Tuesday was up, but as a reversal day, we still have these relative equal highs here. We have rejected on the 4-hour. No market structure shifts. We did get one here on Nasdaq earlier, but that's since been rebalanced. But anyways, yeah, that was the trade. Hourly candles are pretty freaking clean if you look at those. Um, we had these relative equal highs here on ES. which is where I got stopped out here. If we look on the 15-minute, we did have some relative equal highs here too, which we got wicked out of. But other than that, hard to say how I could have avoided the first loss since it kind of was there. But I think what I could have done and should have done was adjust that to break even, and that's actually how I should have traded it. But all is well. My strategy works well enough to make money even with those mistakes and learnings, still learning. So, and fine tuning it. So yeah, I think that's how I could have mitigated that. And then waiting for another entry, which we got. So yeah, that's the trade. And that's it. Adios.